And so if you use
Okay, if it wasn't done, what would you say?
iba, and that means then you got to be talking about while you're going on the trip, you're traveling, and then you met a duck, or you talked to Donald Trump, something happened to interrupt your trip. That's the idea there. It's still going on though. It's not over. So that is not that common, but it is common in you were going to do something. I was going to sing. I was going to talk. Iba a hablar, iba a cantar, iba a bailar. All of those are, that going to is pretty common, and that only the idea that you were going to do something, that makes it a lot more common. Kim, did you have a question?
Yeah, I will when I figure out how to ask it.
Yes, anytime. Karen, what's your question?
Okay, in the paragraphs, it has the hablaban antes, and I'm confused there, the antes.
Before, just the word before.
So he was saying then before in class, and I don't,
class.
but I didn't see class in there. So is the class just assumed because we're talking about the class?
I think the class is implied or in
During the
yeah,
thing
that's
was,
what I was wondering, is the class just assumed?
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't have it here. I had it up there and then I took it away. What's the context?
the context was during the last class, he asked people, could you speak more Spanish now than you could before?
Oh, it's just the word before.
Yeah.
Before he could speak more Spanish.
Yes.
Okay, so he just added the class in there. That's what confused me as I was.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's right,
so
yeah.
then what we could do before is all that's actually
Yeah.
written.
Exactly,
Okay.
right. Abby, what's your question?
Okay, go back to the fue. The example that you gave us a little bit ago with the al, with the all that means that says to thee. In the example you gave Pam, would that be Peter fue al Luna?
Yeah, Luna would be a la Luna,
A la Luna?
but Peter fue al restaurante would be right, to the restaurant. Or
Okay.
Peter fue al colegio, which is the school, or they use colegio, it's the word college, but they use it for school. So you could use it for that.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions before we start? I don't see any hands. Okay.
I have a hand.
Ah, Jenny.
Well, Lauren asked a question that you explained it to us once about cumpleaños, that it was you compile 10 years.
Yes.
Right. So our birthday, Feliz Cumpleaños, is how many years we've lived. Is that right?
Yeah. Cumple means compile.
Okay.
So you're saying compile years. And then they made that into a noun by saying the compile years.
Right. So when she's 12, her next birthday, which is next week, is 13, right?
Yeah, she would say mi cumpleaños es mañana. My birthday is tomorrow.
And I've compiled 13 years.
Yeah, and she's using the words compile years. We say birthday, which don't equate language.
Yeah.
They use different words to say, we say the year of our birth. They say the year that you compile years. It's different words to say the same thing.
Thank you.
Which is why studying language is so interesting, to see how they use language and see how a lot of things in English you just can't say, just translate it word for word. You have to, that's why learning language this way, then we get that language in our head. That's the way you learn to speak a language. If you study the pieces of it, your brain doesn't have the capacity to put it together. But if you learn it the way we teach you, you have the capacity to learn these little chunks. And then those chunks get bigger and bigger, which is our whole philosophy of teaching language, with the idea of teaching the words that are used most common. the words are mainly the verbs. And that gives you a lot that you can say when you're in Mexico or traveling or whenever.
I just have one ask to clarify just that ahora is now. So when we're saying ahora at the start of a sentence, it's now, correct? And
Yes.
then if we're saying hoy is, of course, today, right?
Yes, right, perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, good job. Any other preguntas? Pregunta para la clase. Okay, qué bueno. That was mucho tiempo de hablar inglés, but we'll hablar un poco aquí. Okay, hay una chica, la chica es Maddie, y Maddie vive en Dallas, Texas. ¿Hace frío o hace calor en Dallas?
Hace calor.
Hace calor.
Hace calor, sí. Comparado con Buffalo.
Sí.
Sí.
Can you hear that word comparado? Compared, comparado con Buffalo, hace calor. Comparado con Hawaii, no sé.
No, sí.
Hace calor.
Hace calor, correcto, sí.
Hawaii está 75.
Sí.
Media. Yeah.
En Hawaii,
Sí, sí.
75. Oh,
Sí, todo el año, ¿no?
sí. Yo sé. Hay 75. 75, yeah. So, real quick in English, there's only 2 states that have never had 100 degrees. You got 5 seconds to answer and I'll tell you.
Alaska and Hawaii.
Alaska and Hawaii, right. Good job. That'd be a good Jeopardy question, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Hay una chica, la chica se llama Maddie. Maddie vive, ¿dónde vive Maddie?
Dallas.
En Dallas.
Vive in Dallas.
Vive en Dallas y Maddie tiene una adicción.
Oh.
Es un problema. Maddie tiene una adicción. Maddie compra casas. Maddie compró 5 casas. Y las casas están en ciudades diferentes. Maddie tiene una casa en Dallas y es una casa buena, pero tiene 4 casas diferentes. Tiene otra casa, ¿dónde?
En el árbol.
In
¿En
Hawaii?
dónde?
En el árbol.
No.
En
¿No?
El Paso.
El
California.
Paso. No, tiene una casa en El Paso, una casa en Dallas. Correcto, tiene otra casa en California. ¿Dónde exactamente? ¿Dónde tiene una casa en California?
San Francisco.
Sacramento.
San Jose.
San Diego.
San José. Ay,
San Jose tiene una casa en San Jose y otra casa en San Diego.
wow.
4 casas en total y tiene otra casa en Boise, Idaho. Es increíble.
Sí.
5 casas en total. Kim, describe la situación con Maddie.
Maddie es una chica que tiene 5 casas.
Tiene
en
una adicción.
Una adicción para casas. Una casa en Dallas, El Paso, San Jose, San Diego y Boise.
Sí, correcto. Y Kim, en tu opinión, comprar casas es una adicción seria o no es seria?
No es seria. Es,
¿Por qué?
Es smart.
Inteligente.
Inteligente,
es-
es inteligente.
Sí, es inteligente. Porque ella tendrá is will have. Tendrá mucho dinero en el futuro, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Porque tiene 5 casas. Y Joe, ¿cuál es tu opinión? ¿Tú piensas que es una adicción buena o una adicción positiva o una adicción negativa?
Posiblemente es positiva, porque posible más dinero en el futuro para ella, pero depende. Y depende, ¿usa o no usa? ¿Renta?
Sí.
Sí.
Renta. Ella puede rentar las casas.
Sí.
Can you hear that, you guys? Puede rentar las casas. Es una opción buena, en mi opinión. Si ella renta todas las casas, ella recibe mucho dinero, en mi opinión. Recibe mucho dinero con la renta de las casas.
Pero es muy difícil para mirar las casas cuando está, ¿cómo se dice? All over the,
Están and here's a good word for you, lugares. Have you heard that word before?
No.
Lugares.
Yeah. I want to write that. Let me see if I can find it. I did away with my thing now. Someone write it in chat. It's Lugares, places. Lugar is place.
Already did. It's in there.
Okay. Lugares diferentes, in different places. Ella tiene muchas casas en lugares diferentes. Es muy interesante, en mi opinión. Jenny, describe la situación de Maddie. ¿Qué sabes tú de Maddie?
Sabes.
Sabes is,
no.
sabes it's
Yeah,
no.
No, yeah.
No.
Maddie. Loco in the cabeza. She's crazy. Una casa is enough.
You say the word suficiente, sufficient.
Suficiente. Una casa suficiente. Maddie tiene 5 casas. Casa en El Paso, casa en Dallas, casa en San Jose, and yay, casa en Boise, Idaho. Muy, what's best? What's best?
Mejor.
Su casa en Idaho.
Es mejor.
Es mejor. Thank you. Es
Correcto.
mejor.
Yeah, mejor says better, and you could say la mejor makes it the better one, meaning the best.
Oh, la mejor.
So if you put the in there, makes it best, but mejor makes it better.
Yes. Maddie tiene seria adicción, super expensive. Más expensive. Muy expensive.
Cara is expensive. Una adicción. Cara, it's the word car, C-A-R-A, cara. Pretty easy word to remember because of the word car.
Thank you.
Una adicción cara.
Serious cara.
Sí, adicción cara. Celebración, muy bien, Jenny, excelente. Carol, tú eres Maddie. Okay, so sign in as Maddie y describe tu situación.
Okay. I'll sign in later because I can only do this at once.
Okay, yeah, you do. I'm going to sign in for you.
Thank you. Yo tengo una amiga. Yo vivo en Dallas. Mi amiga es Maddie. yo tengo una adicción.
Tú eres Maddie.
Oh, I am Maddie. Sorry. I'm
Correcto.
thinking about Mario.
Mario es tu amigo. Tú
Sí.
eres Maddie.
Yo tengo una adicción. Yo comprar mucho casas y yo tengo 5 casas ahora. Un casa es en Dallas. Casa 2 es en El Paso y 2 casas en California, una en San José y una en San Diego. También tengo una casa en Boise, Idaho. Es muy cara, pero es muy fantástico para mí.
¿Te gusta tu adicción? ¿Te gusta tu adicción o no te gusta?
Te gusta. Te gusta adicción.
Yay, to gusta.
Maddie,
not to.
¿te
Oh,
gusta? So I'm saying, is it pleasing to you? And so you answer with me gusta or no me gusta.
Me gusta. Es me gusta.
¿Y por qué te
Para mí.
gusta tu adicción?
Repite.
¿Por qué te gusta tu adicción?
Porque me gusta comprar casas y
Excelente.
me gusta, yo tengo muchos dineros y me gusta
El dinero.
el dinero.
Celebración. Muy bien. Excelente. Correcto. Okay, I want everybody to mute. You've got 35 seconds to talk about Maddie and her addictions in her houses, whatever. Okay, so go ahead and start right now. And I'll start timing you. Okay, tiempo. How'd you do time-wise? This has got it all. This has got most of it. Okay, and show me confidence. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 4, 5 is the most. Okay. Okay, hay una chica. ¿Y cómo se llama la chica?
Se llama Maddie.
Se llama Maddie. Y ella tiene una adicción.
Sí.
Su adicción es ella compra ¿qué?
¿Compra qué?
Casas.
Casas. Correcto.
Muchas casas.
¿Cuántas casas tiene?
5.
5 casas en total.
Sí.
Una casa, 2 casas están en
Texas.
2 casas están en California y una casa está en
Boise.
Idaho.
Boise, Idaho, correcto. Y 4 casas son casas normales. Son casas baratas. Son casas normales y casas baratas.
What is that word? What is that word? Barata? Baratas?
Oh, I put it up there. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
I put it on the board for you, cheap.
Oh, right there. Gotcha. Oh, thank you.
But you guys ask every time, because if you don't ask, your brain will stop. I won't, but your brain will. Because you'll say, do I know that, with a 5-second delay? But I used it because I put it up there. I should have remembered though.
Hey,
That
Blaine,
I knew it was new. Yes.
sorry, comparata, is that own?
Casa is house.
Uh-huh.
Barata is cheap.
Yeah, cheap. I know, but before there's one word I'm confused with. And I
Compra.
think
Buy.
compra, buy, compra.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think he said comparado, compared.
Oh, comparado. Yes, I said that before,
Okay.
but not right then. So compra is a real important word too. That's in the top 20 words or something. You gotta know that word.
Okay.
So,
I thought you,
yeah,
Blaine,
Tanya.
I thought you said son casas normal. Is that wrong? Did you say son or not? Son casas
Son
normales?
says
Son,
they are.
son, they are.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
as is it is. Son is they are.
They are.
Son casas normales. Son casas caras o casas baratas.
Son
Casas
casas
baratas.
Baratas, correcto. Una de las casas no es normal, no es barata. Una de las casas es
Mansión.
mansión, correcto. Una de las casas es una mansión. Y las casas en Texas son baratas o caras.
Baratas.
Baratas, correcto. You can think of a cheap bar. When you go out and drinking to a bar, this has the word bar in it. So a cheap bar and an expensive car, to remember these two words. Las casas son dos casas baratas and Texas. Y clase, ¿dónde está la casa cara?
San Diego.
No,
San Jose.
no, las
Boise.
dos casas.
Boise.
Correcto,
Boise, Idaho.
Dos casas baratas en California, dos casas baratas en Texas, una casa cara en Boise, Idaho.
Yes.
La casa cara en Boise, Idaho es una mansión.
Blaine, todas casas en Boise, cara.
Sí. Ahora sí. Las casas en Boise son caras. Porque, y en California también, casas en San Diego y en San Francisco son caras. La mansión no es una casa normal. ¿Por qué?
Es muy grande.
Es
Muy grande,
y muy cara.
muy cara, pero hay otra explicación. La casa en Boise no tiene personas.
¿No? ¿Personas?
No, solamente animales. Muchos animales viven. What's viven?
Live.
Viven
They
en la
live.
casa en Boise. ¿Cuántos animales viven en la mansión en Boise?
22.
42.
Oh.
42. Muchos animales en una casa.
Is that 42?
42, yes. It sounds like 40. There's something else you can-
40.
Craig can write.
42.
42 animales. ¿Por qué hay 42 animales en la mansión en Boise.
Animales esquiar.
No. Hay 42 dormitorios.
Oh.
42 dormitorios, 42 baños y 42 cocinas. Es una situación muy interesante. Y los animales en la mansión son búfalos.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
42 búfalos viven en una mansión en Boise. Maddie, describe tu mansión en Boise. ¿Es una mansión normal o diferente?
Yo tengo una mansión en Boise, Idaho. Mi mansión es diferente porque tengo 42 dormitorios, 42 baños y 42 cocinos en mi casa grande.
It's got an S sound.
Cocinas.
Cocina.
I always
Yeah.
say it in Italian.
That's
I always get
Italian, I know.
corrected.
Yeah, you've said that before.
I know.
You say that cochina,
only-
they'll hear it, they'll hear pig-like.
I know. My daughter keeps correcting me.
Yeah.
Excusamente, 42 cocinas en mi mansión. Yo no vivo con mi esposa. Mi vive con
Try
búfalo.
that again. How do you say I live?
I live. Yo vivo con 42 búfalo.
Maddie, no
Mi
es
búfalo-
correcto. Maddie, tú vives en Dallas. Tú vives en otra casa. Tú tienes
Oh,
mala
okay.
memoria, Dallas, Maddie.
Sí,
Los
es-
búfalos viven en la mansión en Boise. Los
Sí.
búfalos tienen mucho dinero. Y los búfalos pagan, have you had the word pagan? Pay? Pagan
Pay.
renta. P-A-G-A-N. Los búfalos pagan renta. Mucho dinero. Porque es una mansión. Así que Maddie está muy contenta porque Maddie recibe mucho dinero de los búfalos. Los búfalos tienen mucho dinero. Es una situación muy interesante. Un
Blaine?
momento.
Blaine,
Yes, what's your question? Yes.
what
Jenny.
does what's pagan mean? Pagan?
Yeah, it's on the board there now. If you can read it.
Oh, okay. So they pay
P-A-G-A-N.
rent.
Looks like pagan. So
Yeah.
pagans pay.
They pay rent.
They pay rent, yeah.
All right. Thank you.
The búfalos pagan mucho dinero en renta. Es una situación muy interesante. Viven, describe la situación con la mansión en Boise, Idaho, de Maddie.
Maddie tiene una casa grande en Boise, Idaho. En la casa hay 42 búfalos.
¿Por qué?
Cada búfalo, oh my God. Cada
búfalo es perfect.
Cada búfalo tiene su propio dormitorio y cocina y baño. Me pregunto
Okay, me pregunto
¿por qué?
is why, just so you guys will know, she's saying, or I wonder. She's saying, I wonder. She's saying, I ask myself, meaning I wonder.
¿Por qué?
¿Por qué? Is why.
No, what? I want to say what?
¿Qué?
¿Qué? Okay. I thought I was saying that. ¿Qué cocinan los búfalos?
Cocinan mosquitos.
Ew.
Hamburguesas de mosquitos.
Mm.
Es la comida es food, comida favorita de los búfalos. Cocinan muchos mosquitos.
Pero no comida en Darwin.
No, oh, no. Darwin es un mosquito especial. Y Darwin no vive en Boise. Darwin vive en Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Es un mosquito muy interesante. Excelente, Vivian, fantástico. Lauren, describe la mansión de Maddie. Es una mansión muy interesante, en mi opinión.
La mansión de Maddie es muy interesante porque tiene 42 dormitorios y baños y cocinas. Y Maddie renta.
Rentas, perfect, yes.
Renta a los búfalos. Las búfalos, is it feminine? Las búfalos.
Los, it's masculine, los.
Oh, los búfalos pagan renta.
Renta, sí.
A Maddie.
What was the last word that you said?
Pagan renta.
She said a nahi or something like that.
I said a Maddie.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Thanks.
Yeah. The English word there was hard to hear. Excelente, Lauren. Celebración. Muy bien. Evie, describe la casa en Boise de Maddie. Es una casa muy interesante, en mi opinión.
Maddie tiene una casa grande in Boise, Idaho. Maddie's casa es una mansión. La mansión tiene 42 dormitorios y baños y cocinas. Maddie's una casa no permite personas, permite animales. Maddie pagan renta.
Maggie no paga renta. Los búfalos pagan renta.
She.
Maddie recibe la renta.
Recibe la renta.
De los búfalos.
De los búfalos.
Can you hear that? From the buffaloes. De los búfalos.
Yes.
Muy bien, excelente, Evie. Fantástico. Karen, describe la mansión de Maddie en Boise, Idaho. Cerca means near. Cerca de Weiser.
Okay. Maddie tiene un mansión en Boise, mansión grande. Let's see. Trying to think. Okay. Ella mansión. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay. So in her mansion, there are.
Say the mansion has. La mansión tiene.
Okay. La mansión tiene 42 dormitorios y 42 baños y 42 cocinas. 42 búfalos viven en la mansión y pagan renta.
Celebración, muy bien.
Maddie.
Maddie.
Okay. Okay.
Good job. Excelente, muy bien. Pam, describe la situación con la mansión de Maddie.
La mansión de Maddie es en Boise, Idaho. La mansión tiene 42 dormitorios, baños y cocinas. 42 búfalos viven en su mansión.
En su mansión.
Los búfalos, I forgot pay. Paga renta de la Maddie.
Correcto. Excelente. Muy bien, Pam. Good job. Tanya Ryan, describe la situación con la casa grande de Maddie.
Maddie, tienes un casa grande. Maddie's casa es mansión. Tienes 42 dormitorios, 42 baños y 42 cocinas. Solamente animales viven en la casa de Maddie. Búfalos pagan renta de Maddie.
Celebración, muy bien, excelente. Shaley, describe la situación con la casa grande de Maddie.
Maddie compró una mansión en Boise, Idaho. La mansión es cara y diferente. La mansión es diferente porque no personas viven ahí, solamente 42 búfalos. La mansión tiene 42 cocinas, dormitorios y baños. Y el 42 búfalos pagan renta a Maddie.
Y Shaley, ¿tú tienes una opinión de la situación con los búfalos en una casa? ¿Tú piensas que es una situación buena para Maddie o es una situación mala para Maddie?
En mi opinión, la situación muy buena para Maddie porque ella recibo dinero. ¿Recibe? No, what is it?
Recibe. Yeah, recibo es I, recibe es she.
Oh, okay. Recibe dinero, mucho dinero.
Mucho dinero, correcto, sí. Y en el futuro, Maddie va a tener mucho dinero porque los búfalos pagan mucha renta. Es una situación muy buena para ella. Okay, 30 seconds again. Everybody mute yourself. Got 30 seconds. Just talk about Maddie this time. See how you do. Go ahead and start. Okay, tiempo. Show me if you made your whole time. Did you do the 30 seconds? Like this? This is for, you didn't do it, you did close, this one, you did the whole 30 seconds. Okay? Show me confidence now. Okay, good job, all right. Okay, I'm gonna go to everybody else that's got their camera on and let them talk. And some of you guys that have cameras off, but I know you're there, I'm gonna have you talk. Brig, you're first. Describe la situación de Maddie.
Okay, hey, chica, la chica se llama Maddie. Maddie tiene 5 casas. Una casa. Wait, is there 2 houses or 1 house in Texas?
Dos in Texas, dos in California, y una casa in Idaho.
2 casas in Texas, 2 casas in California, un casa in Boise. And Boise es un mansión. Maddie. What's rent again?
Renta. It's the same word with Spanish pronunciation.
Renta un mansion.
A los búfalos.
A los búfalos.
Sí.
That's about it.
Celebración, muy bien. Marie, describe la situación de Maddie. Oh, I don't know if she's there. Paige, are you there? You want to try it?
I'll
Paige,
try.
go ahead. Habla de Maddie.
Maddie rents, I forgot the word.
Renta. It's the same word with an A on it.
Rentas un mansión.
Huh? ¿Dónde está la mansión?
In or I'm not really
Boise, Idaho.
Okay. Sorry, I don't remember much.
Remember, what do you remember about the house? Say it in English. What do you remember about that, her big mansion?
I don't really remember much. I kind of was doing some stuff.
Okay, okay, that's fine.
Sorry.
Okay, Marilyn, describe la situación. Oh, Marilyn's gone. Okay, I think that's everybody. Okay, good job. Any questions? Any Spanish questions?
Can you say, I wrote in the chat. So if they pay Maddie, can you say le pagan a Maddie?
Yes, le pagan, right. Good job.
A Maddie?
Le pagan, right. You know, one thing on, usually on, I don't like to correct, but I corrected Carol there. And the reason is because of what they hear. When I was in Ontario, it was after Karen was in my class. This girl from Brazil came to my class, and she had good English. And so I had her talk, and she said that she had this nice house, and she said her house was right next to the beach. And I said, I don't really think you mean that. And I said, the words beach. And she said, okay, beach, you know. And then just a little bit later, she said, and we used to visit the beach every day. I said, it's still beach. And then, you know, one is, it's what you hear, you're going to hear what they say, you know. And so on cochina, they'll hear pig. And so
and
they just won't
my
know
daughter
what to say.
corrects me because when I was practicing our words, when we were talking a lot about the rooms in the houses, and I have little ceramics that say that I bought in Italy, and I thought the word was the same. you know, because it looks the same.
Yeah.
But the C is pronounced chi in Italy. And yeah, so it's a good lesson.
That's a good lesson.
Thank you for correcting me.
It's the only, I don't like to correct on pronunciation. We don't, because pronunciation evolves. You hear it, and hear it, and hear it. It's only when you'll have problems if you keep that in your brain. That's the, I don't know. One time I said the word sheep and ears, or orejas, or sheep and oveja. I mean, orejas are ears and ovejas are sheep. And one time in Chile, I mixed them up and they just started laughing. And I thought, oh, well, I got to learn that.
Don't turn the light on.
Anyway.
Want to take Lucy and go play?
Okay. Any other questions? Comentarios? Yes, Jenny.
I have a question. Is pagan the word to pay? Is it the verb to pay?
Yeah, with an N always makes it they pay.
Right. So what's the root verb?
So you always have an R to make it to pay.
To pay, pagar.
So Jenny, how would you say I want to pay? How do you say I want?
Quiere.
Quieres, he wants.
Yo
Quiero.
quiero pagar.
Right.
Yo
So
quiero
if you were in Mexico, you could say, yo quiero pagar con dólares.
Bonda. Oh.
See, and you could say that and they'll understand you perfectly.
Awesome.
And then they'll tell you, no es posible, or you can say, sí, puedes pagar con dólares.
Wait, yes, I can pay in dollars.
Yeah, in Mexico, a lot of Walmart and a lot of places will take dollars.
In Russia, they only take dollars if you're American. They won't take Russian money.
Oh, really?
Anyway, yeah, thank you very much. What a good class. Thank you today.
All right, good. Any other comments on the class or anything? Hey, you guys are great. We love the class. So next month's our last month. So we're getting near the end here. So we'll see how you did. Then any of you that want, we'd like you to take that test again, your fluency test. So we'll see how you do at the end here. We're very excited about where you are, by the way. You're right where you should be.
Very sad that it's going to be over.
Yeah. We're going to do classes for pay in the fall, but maybe you guys will get a major discount or something to go on.
Well, we should get
There you go, yes.
Be nice to be with the same group.
Yeah.
Or some of you.
This is all just, we're just putting this together, but.
Estamos.
Sí, estamos is we are, yeah.
Estamos familia ahora.
Sí, es correcto.
Sí, estamos familia y amigas y amigos.
Sí, well, maybe we'll do it. We'll see. You know, it's so amazing.
Got me through COVID, Blaine.
Yeah.
Me too.
These classes that have continued on, their fluencies, it's amazing. In fact, Vivian went to the classes last week. She went to both those. It's just amazing to see how advanced you can get on the internet.
Yeah.
When Vivian went to one of the classes, at the end of the class, she said, did those guys start at zero? Were they like us at one time? I said, you can go back and look on YouTube and see that they couldn't say anything. And they're just fluent now. They just have an amazing fluency. We call this book, Look, I Can Talk, but when they get more advanced, we call it, Look, I Can't Stop Talking. The biggest problem in those classes is everybody wants to talk at the same time. So, as Vivian saw, that it was fun to have her there.
Or all they did was argue.
Yeah, because they all have their own opinion, whether it's a cat or a buffalo or a mosquito that flies or something. They all make up something that's different. So,
and Blaine, how long has that class been studying with you?
You know, I think they've had maybe 200 hours. It's taken a couple of years, but they've had the equivalent of about a little more than a Spanish 1 high school class. but they've tested at advanced college talking. Their fluency would be one that's had high school Spanish for 8 years, but they've only had a little over a year time with me.
And they
then
don't
the other
hesitate
class
when they're speaking.
has-
They don't hesitate. They just speak very quickly.
And they've rare they what's that?
Right in? Yeah, I couldn't produce. I couldn't read the story, figure out what the verbs were, but they were in different tenses. But yeah, they're very fast speakers. Well, I guess not as fast as a native speaker, but they're
No, but it's amazing. One of them, we went to Mexico last year, and Tyler, I don't know if you remember Tyler, he spoke in church, and he spoke for 7 minutes, and it was just amazing. And the guy afterwards stood up and said, I was 15 and I was living in the United States, and I couldn't speak English anything like he can speak Spanish. You know, they were just couldn't believe he could talk that way for as little Spanish as he'd had. But it's amazing to see.
Part of it, a big part of it, I think, is the confidence you get using your method, because you're not, I find that, like when I've gone to Mexico before, I'm just too afraid to try and say anything. And now I feel more confident.
Yeah. It's just what I told you, you have to control the conversation. And then you know what they're saying, and you can, and they can understand you. That's what your fluency will do for you. And it's been so exciting for me to go through this process again in Portuguese. And boy, I just feel like I'm learning it. We have this class every Saturday. Well, Vivian goes to the Portuguese too, you know. Vivian and Magistra goes to that class, the Portuguese class, and it's, how do you feel in that class, Vivian, the Portuguese class?
Yeah, it's more of a struggle for me, but I feel like it's almost it's good for my Spanish, because it's similar, and it's almost like a bit of an extra class each week for my Spanish.
Yeah, no, it's
And
been
Flavia
amazing.
is such an excellent teacher.
She's wonderful.
She's such a natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blaine?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on, and maybe you have done this before, where we'll have 100 hours because we do it 3 times a week. Do you think there's an advantage to that over stretching those 100 hours over 2 years
No.
or longer? No, just the same?
The total number of hours that matters.
Okay.
What I'd like to do with this, what we're doing, is get several teachers and get a motivated retired people to take 20 or 30 hours a week. You know, just take class after class. Just do what Vivian did, jump from beginning, then go to intermediate, and then go to advanced every day with different teachers. Maybe do some subscription thing like that.
That would be awesome.
They would be, I mean, well, they'd be like those kids in just a few months. It would be an amazing thing. We've got 2 groups. We've got retired people and homeschoolers that could fit into that and go from class to class. It made me feel so good that Vivian, I just thought she'd be buried in that advanced class, but she wasn't at all comprehension wise, but production wise is where it showed this huge gap. But the fact that she could go to that class and understand tells me that anybody can do that. You know, Vivian, if she went from class to class to class, her language acquisition would just pick up so much.
Because there were certain things I could repeat, or I sort of made note and remembered, and they're still with me now, but not all of it.
Yeah, and so that's the more hours, it's getting those hours that would.
And being exposed to those different past tense and subjunctive or whatever, just so you hear it and it becomes something you're used to.
Yeah, that's right. At these more advanced levels, you have to be able to maintain the past. talk about yourself and about Karen, all in the past tense, and talk in different tenses to get more advanced. And so that's just part of the process. It just takes time. It takes, you know, they say it takes to learn Spanish about 600 hours, but we're doing it much faster than the 600 hours. It is, I mean, these kids have maybe had 200 hours. If you guys had a couple of 100 hours, you'd be pretty good, I think.
So Blaine, when you're in a Spanish-speaking country and you're not running the conversation, do you understand everything?
Not everything, but I understand. I don't have trouble in Spanish. But there's still words that come up that I don't know.
Like when that happens, like when does that become?
Well, I lived in.
Where you don't.
So I lived in Chile. I was on a 2-year church mission. So I had about 20,000 hours of Spanish. And there's a little, we're talking hundreds and not thousands that I had. And so when I came back, I mean, it's not native, but it's what they call advanced. Advanced mid is probably where I'd be on a fluency test, which is, it just takes a while to get there. But even this intermediate where a lot of you guys are now, that takes, they say it takes years of school, and you guys are already there. You're going to show it when you take this test. We know it. They've done it before, and you guys are right where these other classes were, we think. So
I think it will be hard to understand different speakers. You get used to the people who you speak with, and then when you have somebody you've never spoken with before rattling off a bunch of questions.
Yeah, this test you're going to take is a computer test. So you're going to hear computer talk. And so when you get in there, they let you press it again and hear it twice.
Was it a computer before?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I thought it was a person.
Oh, was it a?
It was a video person.
Yeah, video person. Oh, was it a live? You had a live?
No, it wasn't live, but it was a
Yeah.
a video of a person.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. It's the same thing. So you're going to listen to that, but you want to press it twice every time,
right?
Because that gives you more time to figure out what you're going to say. And like I took it twice in Portuguese, and the first time, you know, I just wasn't very confident and everything. And I took it 3 weeks later. I think I understood every single thing that the girl said. And you know, it took 40 minutes to do it, but I just understood everything, and I could answer everything with ease. And so I think, you know, you'll do fine. You got to know the things I'm teaching you. You got to know activities. You got to know how to play tennis, play golf, something like that. You got to know the rooms in the house, seasons of the year. You know, primavera, verano. But you know, even if you know one of them, you can talk about the verano. And you can talk, you don't have to know a million activities, just know, I like, say, me gusta jugar golf, or me gusta jugar tenis, or juego, I play. Those are things you can say. That's the thing that is how you can do well on the test.
The one that we took, though, was very centered around being a student. So what do you do after school, and what's your favorite class? So kind of have to be prepared for questions like that, I think.
Because it's written for students.
Right.
It's testing kids in high school and junior high. So you got to pretend you're in the
right
school. I don't think I called on Lauren tonight. Did I call on you, Lauren?
You did, yes.
Oh, good. I try not to miss it. So, anyway. Okay, good job, you guys. Great class. We'll see you next week. Adios.
Adios.